Hey everyone, welcome back. Hope you're doing great today. A couple of stories I wanted to cover with you guys today is Cathie Wood is predicting Bitcoin will reach 500,000. We have exchanges on the reserves are really low, and we're battling with 46,000 right now with Bitcoin. And then we also have what's his name? Kevin O'Leary is going deep into crypto. And then we also have a story from Democratic House. They're wanting to close a loophole for Bitcoin called the wash sale. So let's get into the articles here. So first we have Cathie Wood predicts Bitcoin will surge to 500,000 in 5 years, and says ARK Invest confidence in Ether has shot up dramatically, and here's why. So Bitcoin will rise tenfold to 500,000, Cathie Wood predicted at a SALT conference on Monday, so that was yesterday. ARK Invest confidence in Ether has gone up dramatically after its 2.0 upgrade, she said. We'd still probably do a 60-40 split between Bitcoin and Ethereum, she said. As ARK Invest CEO Cathie Wood expects Bitcoin to soar to 500,000 in 5 years, and her firm conviction in Ether has strengthened tremendously. The Star stock picker said in an interview with CNBC anchor Andrew Ross Sorkin at the SALT conference Monday, her price prediction depends on whether companies continue to diversify their balance sheets into the biggest cryptocurrency by market by value, and institutional investors begin to allocate 5% of their funds to it. I mean, if you think about it, how much Apple has in their stock, and how much they could allocate, it'd be a huge portion of that. So if that happens, we believe that the price will be tenfold of where it is today. She said, so instead of 45,000, they're looking to 500,000 within the next couple of years. Wood told Sorkin earlier in an interview her general price targets are made with a 5-year horizon in mind. All right, so that's bullish. Obviously, we all think that Bitcoin is going to go up to possibly 100,000 this year, maybe more than that. Next year is going to be obviously a question mark. We don't know if it's going to be going down like it did in the past, where we have a bear market for a couple of years, or if it's going to just continue on because of all the institutional interest that's going on into it, along with countries accepting it and things like that. So something to be mindful of. So next story is on BTC price nears 46K with Bitcoin exchange reserves lower than November 2020. This is great news. This is what we want to see. So it's a question of if, not when, right? When Bitcoin to see a supply shock that squeezes price action upward, one analyst forecasts. So Bitcoin BTC preserved a higher low overnight on Tuesday in what one analyst believes may lead to a sustained recovery. So we can see the chart here of Bitcoin. It is right now trading. Let's take a look at Bitcoin stock right now. So it is trading at 46,700. It is basically battling with the 20-day moving average right now. It's having a hard time getting past that. If it can do it, it'd be great. I think it'll go up higher from there. Back to the story here. Analysts time for an inevitable Bitcoin supply shock. Data from Cointelegraph Markets Pro and TradingView showed BTC rising to re-challenge 46,000 today. The pair had been drifting south before a sudden bout of volatility produced lows of 43,380. On Bitstep at the time of writing, these remain untested, with Bitcoin gaining around 5.5%. This could be a macro higher low for BTC. It acted as support before. Popular trader Pantoshi summarized about the area immediately below, around the 45,300 mark. We took out the higher low from the macro downtrend and then climbed without any notable pullbacks for weeks. As long as we are above 41K, we are still in a bull market. BTC has a way of looking like poop and then surprising everyone. Pantoshi had stayed cautious on Monday, in line with expectations from analysts who demanded a daily higher low to preserve overall market strength. Rex Capital tweeted, not only is BTC still finding support here, but it has also formed an early stage higher low, which is all great news. It's bullish in my opinion. I think the market obviously overreacted with all the sale that went on last week. We had the flash crash, and now it's just kind of getting its leggings again and probably running more up. Next, we have Kevin O'Leary says he wants to more than double his crypto holdings to 7%. So celebrity investor Kevin O'Leary wants to more than double his cryptocurrency holdings from 3% of his portfolio to 7% by the end of 2021. He told CNBC on Monday, but he said investors want the U.S. authorities to make decisions about regulating cryptocurrencies and that he cannot afford to be non-compliant to regulations. Although Larry also said he's betting against the airlines because business travel will never come back to what it was before the pandemic. At least that's the way he sees it. So let's take a quick video here of him. Let's see if this is going to load. Of course, it's not going to load. Let's see if we have to restart this. I hope not. Oh, it's the Indies. Okay, let's restart. There we go. It's going to work. Are we going to get a commercial?
I am bullish on crypto, but also DeFi, decentralized finance. It's not just about Bitcoin anymore or Ethereum. I find Ethereum as a user, it's too slow. And so there's going to be other chains that are going to emerge. There's so much interest in what's going on in other DeFi sources just for lending and staking and getting interest, USDC.
I wonder if he's talking about Cardano or Solana in this case, where he's saying that they're going to be competitors to Ethereum. So is he talking about those? We just don't know. But it'd be interesting to see what he actually thinks is the next best thing to Ethereum, right? As far as faster transactions, things like that.
Conference that's happening tomorrow, the SALT conference in the next 2 days, is really about the future of decentralized finance and cryptocurrencies. Now, we know that the regulators have pushed back on the Lend product from Coinbase, and that is a slowdown in what's really emerging as a really interesting space where people can take their cryptocurrencies and actually make interest. When the 10-year is making you less than inflation, you start to look to alternatives. And that's why stablecoins are becoming interesting. But my whole point is, and this is both pro and con, and I think it's going to be the theme of the SALT conference. We want the regulator to actually make some decisions about crypto, because none of us that are in financial services want to actually be cowboys about this. I don't want to get involved in crypto if the regulator says it's not okay. I can't afford to be offside. I cannot afford to be non-compliant. So I'm estimating, let's just take Bitcoin, the granddaddy of all cryptos. If the regulator finally allowed financial services companies to call it an asset, put it into an ETF in the United States like they have in Canada and other countries, I figure there'd be another $1 trillion worth of buying into Bitcoin.
So if that happens, and he's right, if if you get an ETF and this regulators obviously approve it, you are looking at about maybe another $1 trillion flowing into it. So that would give it a market cap of around $2 trillion, which obviously raise the price up closer to the $100,000 that we're all thinking is going to happen this year. So interesting, very bullish. Let's go back.
We don't have that yet, but that's the opportunity. I think at the end of the day, over the next couple of years, that will happen. That's why there's so much interest. Right now, I can tell you, both of you, Hadley, there is not a single hotel room available in New York. We are jam-packed. This is like Bitcoin 2021. All the institutions are coming to the conference to discuss this very topic. When and how will the regulator get on side, and when will we consider cryptocurrencies a institutional asset class? We don't know when, but it is definitely going to come. It's not going away.
So very interesting take from Kevin O'Leary, obviously. To me, it's bullish, so take it for what it is, but I think that's a great news. Last, and the final story that we have here is House Democrats' plan would close tax loophole used by crypto investors. So there is a loophole that we have. It's, I don't know, a lot of people are using it, but it's called a wash sale. So House Democrats proposed a bill Monday that would impose a wash sale rules on commodities, currencies, and digital assets. Bitcoin, Ethereum, Dogecoin, and other crypto would be subject to the anti-abuse rules, just like stocks, bonds, and other securities. Currently, crypto investors have a dual benefit. They can claim a tax loss and quickly buy back the asset that they sold to capture any upswing in price. So the way this works is basically if you, say you bought Bitcoin at, just an example, $50,000, right? It went down to $45,000. You can sell it at $45,000 and then quickly buy it at, $45,001 or whatever. And that would be considered like a wash sale, right? You can do this with stocks now, but you have to wait, I think it's 30 days to do that. So you could sell a stock lower, then you have to wait 30 days before you purchase back into it to qualify for a wash sale. So let's get into it here a little bit more. So House Democrats proposed legislation Monday that would close the tax loop for cryptocurrency investors. The bill would impose wash sale rules on commodities, currencies, and digital assets, according to an outline issued by the House Ways and Means Committee. That means Bitcoin, Ethereum, Dogecoin, and other popular cryptocurrency investments would be subject to the anti-abuse rules, which apply to stocks, bonds, and other securities. Wash sale rules prevent investors from reaping tax benefits from losing investment and then immediately buying back the same asset. The IRS treats crypto as property, not as a security, which is how the asset class escapes the rules. Crypto investors reap two benefits as a result. They can sell crypto for a loss and claim a tax benefit. That loss can reduce or eliminate capital gains tax on winning investments. Then they can quickly buy back the crypto they sold to capture any rebound in price, which isn't far-fetched given crypto's volatility, right? So we're seeing that. So very interesting news today, obviously. If you guys want to stay informed with all the stuff that's happening around the world, I try to provide you guys all the best articles that I've been able to find. Hopefully you guys find these useful. So these are, I'm hoping these help aid you guys in making right decisions. Obviously, always do your own research before you invest in anything. But I like to look at these kind of articles just to kind of help me gauge where the market is going and things to be mindful of. So thank you very much for watching, you guys. Have a great day. Please consider subscribing if you like this type of content. And I'll see you guys in the next one tomorrow. Until then, have a great day and bye.